The basketball world was shocked when LeBron James' son, Bronny, collapsed at practice. Now the questions linger. Will this young prospect ever bounce back? Can his career recover after a cardiac arrest that left him unconscious? Hello, and welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're looking at Bronny James' recent health emergency and what it could mean for his basketball future. After his sudden collapse at USC, there are doubts about whether LeBron's eldest son can return to the court he's dreamed of playing on. We'll give you the latest updates on Bronny's condition, insights from doctors, and discuss if one of basketball's most hyped prospects will ever get the chance to follow in his superstar dad's footsteps. Let's get into it. Now, let's rewind and walk through what happened to Bronny James during this frightening incident at USC basketball practice. One moment, Bronny was scrimmaging with his team like normal. The next, he unexpectedly collapsed and lost consciousness. Those around him reacted quickly, but can you imagine how jarring and terrifying those first moments must have been? Within minutes, someone called 911 pleading, "Get an ambulance here now!" Bronny had gone into sudden cardiac arrest, meaning his heart unexpectedly stopped beating. When paramedics arrived, he was still unconscious. Talk about a nightmare scenario. Thankfully, USC's medical staff gave Bronny CPR right away to get oxygen pumped through his body. They also used a defibrillator to essentially shock his heart back into rhythm. This swift response likely prevented any permanent damage to Bronny's brain and other organs. Bronny was rushed to the hospital fully conscious, aware of what was happening, and neurologically intact. Huge relief for the James family. But what exactly caused a healthy, elite 18-year-old athlete's heart to just stop? That's the lingering mystery here. The public doesn't know yet what triggered Bronny's cardiac arrest. His family understandably want to keep those medical details private for now, but you can bet they are searching urgently for answers. Let's say you're Bronny in this moment. You collapse without warning, nearly lose consciousness forever, and have no idea why. How would you feel once the initial panic faded? Confused? Frustrated? Scared it could strike again? Probably all of the above. But of course, Bronny's prospects of playing again hinge on what doctors determine caused his heart to stop. Let's explore what experts say about cases like these. We all know Bronny is under the care of his own medical team, who best know his condition. But conversations with some top sports cardiologists provided general perspective based on their years of experience. They could not definitely say if Bronny would play again until diagnosing why his heart malfunctioned. But they described potential scenarios that either raised hope for his basketball future or seriously jeopardized it. That diagnosis has now come to light. A statement from a James family spokesperson revealed that a congenital heart defect was the cause of Bronny James' cardiac arrest on July 24th. They expressed confidence that he will make a full recovery and return to basketball very soon. Congenital heart defects present at birth are often treatable, especially when caught early. This suggests a more optimistic outlook for the young prospect. With proper treatment and precautions, returning to play may be possible after recovery. Of course, risks still exist with any heart condition. One can only imagine how Bronny feels navigating this frightening unknown. Despite his talent and skill, his entire future hinged on advanced cardiac testing revealing what went wrong internally. Undoubtedly a pressure-filled waiting game. Now that we know more about what caused Bronny's cardiac arrest, let's look ahead at the difficult choice he faces going forward. Bronny's tough decision ahead. Even with the encouraging diagnosis, returning to competitive basketball will be an immense risk for Bronny. Doctors may give the okay, but is it worth endangering his health and possibly his life? That's the complex question Bronny must grapple with in the months ahead. Consider what happened. At practice, his heart unexpectedly stopped beating. He nearly died on the court. How could you step back on the floor where such a traumatic event occurred without being filled with anxiety? The mental hurdle of playing again after a near-death experience cannot be understated. Beyond the emotional factor, there's the simple truth that any structural heart abnormality presents inherent physical risks during intense athletic activity. One doctor described it bluntly: the more you exert yourself, the quicker the disease progresses. Harsh, but an important point. Of course, Bronny has spent his entire life owning his skills and working towards his hoop dreams. Walking away in his athletic prime would be excruciating. At just 18, is he really prepared to leave his passion behind and forfeit the chance to continue the family legacy? Could he live with such profound regret down the road? These questions will weigh heavily on him. It's not a decision Bronny will make alone. His parents, LeBron and Savannah, will certainly share their perspectives as mom and dad. And as former elite athletes who understand chasing dreams versus facing realities, Bronny's USC coaches and doctors will also voice their opinions on the level of risk the school can take on. Many voices in the room, many angles to cover. In the end though, it's Bronny's well-being most at stake. He must dig deep and be honest with his readiness to tempt fate and his willingness to alter his future plans if basketball is taken off the table. There are no easy answers when sudden catastrophe clashes with lifelong ambition. While nobody envies the difficult road ahead for Bronny, he can find inspiration in players like UConn's James Bouknight. After collapsing and going into cardiac arrest during a workout, Bouknight eventually recovered, was cleared medically, and now plays for the Charlotte Hornets, a success story Bronny hopes to emulate. But if Bronny does decide returning to the game he loves is too dangerous, no one would fault him. He nearly lost his life out there. Now he must choose whether the rewards still outweigh the risks. And when weighing whether to play again, Bronny will lean heavily on his family's guidance. Let's consider the outlook of his parents, LeBron and Savannah. The James family perspective. As parents, LeBron and Savannah's primary concern is obviously Bronny's health and well-being. They almost lost their son. No competitive glory is worth that kind of heartbreak. At the same time, they understand Bronny's dedication to the game. LeBron lived those dreams himself, the hunger to prove yourself against the best. Savannah also competed at the highest levels. They get how seductive pursuing your passions can be, even when risks lurk. So, they will likely strike a nuanced tone, urging caution, but not outright denying Bronny's wishes, advising him to consider every angle while refraining from dictation. It's a fine line parenting an elite prospect expected to carry on the family torch. LeBron in particular brings a unique perspective. He came straight from high school to the NBA as the most hyped rookie ever. The attention and pressure was immense, but LeBron's singular focus and generational talent allowed him to thrive. Bronny has dealt with hype and scrutiny too, as LeBron's son. But this health scare changes things. Unlike his dad, Bronny now must overcome physical vulnerability in addition to mental strain. LeBron understands that challenge all too well. That's why LeBron seems to be proceeding patiently and avoiding pressure. When asked about Bronny's collapse, his response was simple: "My son is adjusting." LeBron knows the process ahead will be long and difficult. Savannah also carries her athletic wisdom as a high school and college hooper. She knows the drive players have to get back on the floor, especially after injury. She likely resonates with what Bronny is feeling, but as mom, keeping him safe is the priority. Overall, while they will offer guidance, LeBron and Savannah seem intent on empowering Bronny to make his highly personal choice himself. They will surely remind him that, with his talent and work ethic, bright prospects exist beyond basketball if health forces that route. Given everything we've discussed, what's the final verdict? Will we see Bronny James back on the court? Considering the latest statements that a congenital heart defect caused Bronny's cardiac arrest, there is renewed optimism about his basketball future, especially with his family expressing confidence he'll make a full recovery. The key factors working in Bronny's favors are his age and access to excellent medical care. This health scare, while serious, was detected early at just 18 years old. With proper treatment, close monitoring, and small precautions, many young athletes in Bronny's position return to their sport again successfully. Will there still be risks? Of course. Playing any competitive sport with a heart condition carries inherent dangers. For Bronny, it may mean extra screening, special equipment, medication, or limited minutes to reduce likelihood of reoccurrence. At times, it may require accepting he won't be at full capacity. But for an elite prospect with professional aspirations, those sacrifices tend to be worth it. Bronny has devoted his life to reaching the highest levels of the game, just like his father. Walking away after coming so close to that dream scenario would be excruciating. Let's also consider Bronny's mindset and work ethic. He's a talented young player, but also known for outworking peers and honing his skills tirelessly. That grit and determination suggests he won't back down from this obstacle either. He'll put his head up, do the rehab, and relish proving doubters wrong. Many top athletes like Broncos QB Russell Wilson have overcome early health scares to reach the pros. While every case has differences, Bronny likely finds inspiration in those stories. Their careers are evidence it can be done. Look, there are absolutely no guarantees. Significant risk comes with any return to intense physical activity after cardiac arrest. It's impossible to definitely predict how someone's heart will respond. Right now, Bronny is surely taking things day by day. Well, there you have it, our take on Bronny's future and his chances of returning to basketball. Let us know in the comments below, what do you think about this whole situation? Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss one of our updates. Thanks for watching.